Hello guys, welcome to my brand new show in my channel, which is relatively like top 5s, but the list is not in order and the number has no bearing at all. So yeah, let's get started. Have you ever wished for a game to have a sequel, yet even today it does not have any official announcement regarding that matter? Well, there are several games that deserve to have a sequel, but it is either the company developing them went bankrupt or the developing team disbanded for some reason. It is sad to think that we may never see a sequel for these games. So here are 5 games that deserve to have sequel now. Number 1. Bloody Roar franchise, developed by Hudson Soft and published by quite a few companies like Virgin Interactive, Activision, and Konami. This franchise was right up there with Tekken and Street Fighter. This game would deliver with fast-paced combat and such abundant amount of combos, and probably the selling point of the franchise is that all the characters can turn into a beast, like a lion, mole, rabbit, insect, bat, tiger, and many more, and this would give you another set of combos that you can master. Though critics say the game is pretty basic and more on button smashing, but it's really fun to play, and that is what matters. All games throughout its run from the first Bloody Roar up to the last game of the PS2 era were all just well developed, and thus it truly deserves a sequel. There used to be a rumor about a potential sequel back in 2011, but it was not long when Hudson was absorbed by Konami and they ultimately cancelled the production of the game, if there is any production happened in that span of time. If it's going to have a sequel, then it would be a sure buy, given that they innovated the game but still kept the strong points of the series. Number 2. Bully, developed by Rockstar Vancouver and published by Rockstar Games in 2006. You play as a high school student who is a transfer on Bulworth Academy, and there are several cliques like nerds, bullies, jocks, wizards, and the preppies, in which you can interact with them when playing the game. As the game progresses, you gain respect from each cliques and they will start not to bully you anymore. Bully. Get it? Yeah, because it's the title of the game. Get it? Okay. Anyway, instead of cops, there are prefects that will put you in detention instead of a jail when you are not going to your class or you did a mischief. And yeah, like I said, there are classes here and it is actually rewarding to attend class because there's a good reward for attending classes, just like real life. Right? Right? Anyone? No? God damn it. Anyway, there are several rumors about getting this game in a sequel in 2011, but sadly the Vancouver branch was closed in 2012, and in 2013, Dan Houser, vice president of Rockstar Games, said that he has many different ideas for a Bully sequel. And just recently, a fan actually made a recreation of the dorm in Unreal Engine 4. And that's freaking awesome, and go check it out. I will put a card here, go click that and watch it, because it is very nostalgic to see that, and at the same time it looks so awesome to see how great the game will be using that engine. Come on Rockstar, please. Number 3. Skies of Arcadia, developed by Overworks and published by Sega. This game is possibly one of the most iconic JRPG of all time, and probably the best JRPG on Dreamcast. It was actually sad that this game was not released on any other platform except the Nintendo GameCube in 2003, with some improvements, especially the well-known criticism of the game having too much random encounter. But hey, exploring the world full of floating islands is very good to me. Plus the graphics look anime-ish and decent enough even for today's standards. Though if you have played Final Fantasy X, which was released a year later on PS2, but hey, there's a lot more variety in terms of gameplay here, and cinematic airship battles are awesome. I mean seriously, there are airship battles in this game. It is so impressive to watch. And fortunately, a sequel has been far-fetched for long now, since the main team who developed the game were scattered several years ago doing other projects and ultimately halted the development of the game. Number 4. Crash Bandicoot series, developed by Naughty Dog and published by Sony Entertainment. Wait, Naughty Dog? Yep. The game has jumped from Naughty Dogs to several developers like Duracom, Traveler's Tales, and more. And this could be saying the same with its publisher, from an exclusive PlayStation game to a multi-platform series. And now, Activision has been holding the publishing rights for Crash since 2008. Just so you know, all the games released after the PlayStation trilogy just received mixed reviews, and nothing really stood out for all these years. Opposite of how critics praise the first trilogy in the PlayStation, how sharp and fluid the graphics and animations are, and how fun a 3D platformer could be. Like I said, it would be really cool if Naughty Dog could get the right to make another Crash Bandicoot game, if only Activision would give the go and not intervene in the development of the game. But it's still far-fetched since Naughty Dog wants Crash Bandicoot to be a PlayStation exclusive, just as the same as their company, and Activision doesn't probably like that. Number 5. Succulent franchise, developed and published by Konami, It is probably one of the best JRPG franchises in my honest opinion, centering its plot with corruption, betrayal, and revolution. And these things are represented right off the bat, and do not get me started on how deep the story and characters in it. Even the graphics and backdrop look amazingly well done, and the gameplay is fully packed of greatness with several mini-games to play. Oh yeah, each of the main game of the franchise makes you collect 108 characters to see the best ending. That is so many characters for a JRPG, but it's totally worth searching for all of them. These things make this franchise deserve to have a sequel. Though technically, Succulent 4 and 5 are both prequels, but come on, the lore is so vast, developers can pick whenever timeline they want to put the next Succulent game. Why? Because they all occurred in a shared universe, they are all connected to each other, and some characters in the whole series show up in more than one game. It is seriously a crazy franchise with deep lore. Sadly, the series was ultimately halted around 2012 because of the development team disbanded, and some speculated that it was because the latest entries of the series just didn't gather enough new fans and funds to create a new game. However, some fans have created a revival movement on Facebook and is starting to be recognized by Konami themselves. Hopefully Succulent 6 can see the light of the day someday with glorious graphics and same old fun and addicting gameplay. And those are the 5 games that deserve a sequel. If you want to support my channel, you can go check out the annotation link that would lead you to my Patreon page, or you can directly donate through PayPal. It would be great help for my game reviews and this channel overall. Also, feel free to like my page and follow me on Twitter if you want to get updates on my new videos. Subscribe, like, and favorite this video. See you guys next time. Bye.